Welcome again. This is another video going over a worksheet that's been assigned in class. Right now we're working on 4.7a. We're talking about linear equations, their graphs, and solutions, and we took notes on this yesterday. So we'll have a worksheet today. Make sure that you show all your work on this. If you don't show the work that I asked you to, you will not get the credit that you want. So make sure that you follow along with the video if you haven't been, especially if you haven't been in class, if you've been absent and so forth. And if you have been in class, you have a pretty good idea of how I want each one of these done. So it says directions. Test each ordered pair by evaluating the equation for the given points. Write T for true if it's a solution, F for false if it's not a solution under each ordered pair. You must show all calculations to get credit for correct answers. Okay. So remember that our ordered pair, they're an X and a Y. The X is first, the Y is second. So we'll take 2x minus 3y equals 21 as our linear equation. So we take the values for all these x's and y's. We replace them for the variables and see if the left hand and the right hand sides are equal. So let's take 2x. X in this case is 3 minus 3y. You can look here for this ordered pair, y is a negative 5, and when I'm done it should equal to 21. So 2 times 3 is 6, so make sure you show your evaluation all the way through. Take the baby steps through this. That gives me a positive 15. That has to equal 21, and 6 plus 15 is 21. And 21 equals 21, that's a true statement. So that checks out, so we'll write T underneath the first ordered pair. Let's go on to the second ordered pair. So I have 9 is the x, and negative 2 is the y, so 2 times x will be 2 times 9, minus 3 times a negative 2. That's supposed to equal 21. 2 times 9 is 18. Negative 3 times negative 2 is a positive 6. 18 plus 6 is 24. And 24 does not equal 21. So that's a false statement. Okay? Now for the third ordered pair, we have an x is a negative 3 and y is 9. So we'll go 2 times x, in other words 2 times a negative 3. Minus 3 times y, and y is a negative 9, and that has to equal 21. 2 times 3 is a negative 6, and negative 3 times a negative 9 is a positive 27. And negative 6 plus 27 is 21, and 21 does equal 21, so that is a true statement. That one checks out, so we'll write T underneath that one. So when you do these problems, make sure you show me the baby steps through here. I want to see those 3 lines. There's your substitution, your simplification, and then your final statement. And then you go ahead and tell me what you end up with up at the top, writing true below, true or false below each ordered pair. Okay, our next equation is problem I'm going to do is number 2. So let's turn that layer off and number 2 on. So our ordered pair for this one is 3y equals a negative 4x minus 15. You can see on this that the x and y have switched places. So when you substitute, don't be putting a negative 3 in for y thinking because this one's first it goes with the first variable. That's not so. You have to remember we're dealing with an x and y ordered pair. So 3 times y, y is 9, so 3 times 9 minus 4 times x, x is a negative 3, has to equal the negative 15. So 3 times 9 is 27. 27 and negative 4, 27 plus and negative 4 times negative 3 would be a positive 12 equals a negative 15. 27 plus 12 is 39. Well, if you look here, 39 does not equal a negative 15, so that first order pair is not a solution, so I will write false. Okay, our second ordered pair is 3 and a negative 1. So I have 3y, y is a negative 1, minus 4x, x is a negative, or is positive 3, equals a negative 15. 3 times a negative 1 is a negative 3. Negative 4 times 3 is a negative 12. That's supposed to equal a negative 15. So now let's finish simplifying this. A negative 3 minus 12 is a negative 15. A negative 15 does equal a negative 15. So that one is a true statement. Now for our last one over here, I have 9 and 7. X is 9, y is 7, so that would be 3 times 7 minus 4 times 9 equals a negative 15. So we have 3 times 7 is 21. 4 times 9 is 36, so that's a negative 36 equals a negative 15. Well, 21 minus 36, if you put that in your calculator, you will get a negative 15. And a negative 15 equals a negative 15. So our last ordered pair is true. Now remember, what this is telling us is if we graph these 3 points and we graph the line, these 2 points will be on the line, this one will not, because it's not a solution. It won't be found on the line. Okay, let's move on to problem number 3. I'll clear out the work for problem number 2. Let's see here, let me bring up my different layers. Turn that on, turn number 2 off. So on this one we have 6x minus 16 equals a negative 2y. Now what you can see here, the x and the y are on different sides, and the constant, is on the same side as the x. But you still do the problem the same way. It really shouldn't matter. You just take your x and y values and put them where they belong. So I have 6x, x in this case is 4, minus 16 equals a negative 2 times y, and y is a negative 4. So 6 times 4 is 24 minus 16. The right hand side is negative 2 times negative 4. That will give you 8. 24 minus 16 is 8. 8 does equal 8, so that first ordered pair is true. Now let's look at the second ordered pair of 2 and 2. So the x and y are the same values. So 6 times 2 minus 16 equals a negative 2 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 minus 16 equals negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. So that tells me negative 4 equals a negative 4. So that's a true statement. So second order pair is true. Let's move on to the third order pair. I have 6x. X is 6. Minus 16 equals a negative 2y. Well, y is 10. So now I have 36 equals, oops, not equals, 36 minus 16 equals a negative 20. Well, 36 minus 16 is a positive 20. And a positive 20 does not equal a negative 20, so that last one is false. Okay, so that's how you do these problems. Make sure you show me the work for every step of the simplification. Once you see your final line, you can decide if it's true or false. Remember that if it's true, these two lie on the same line. So if we were to graph this equation, 4, -4 would be on the line, 2 and 2 would be on the line. Okay? So there's the how you do these problems. You have, what, 11 of them? So 11 times 3, there's 33 small problems that you basically have to do. And each problem will be worth 3 points. So if you have any questions, send me an email or come see me after class. Remember, I'm up in Lab 218 after school. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good afternoon.